Yo, what's up, man? This is your boy, ThaLiveKing, coming at you at the ThaLiveKing Show. This is episode 2, and I think I'm going to discuss the Dwight Howard situation. A lot of people expected him to go to Brooklyn. They expected the Magic to trade him with the whole drama thing that was going on. And what they did was they got Dwight Howard to sign his waiver, so he'll be part of the Magic until next season. For me, I believe that Dwight Howard really wanted to stay in Orlando. I don't think he ever wanted to leave. Number one, he said he didn't want to follow Shaq's footsteps and following Shaq's footsteps. No, he had all those rumors saying that he wanted to go to LA. So once you hear Dwight Howard say he's not following Shaq, I think it was the media that was saying, Dwight Howard, he should go play with Kobe, he should do this. But if Dwight Howard tells you he's not going to follow in Shaq's footsteps, there's no way he was ever going to LA. There's no way he's ever going to Miami, based on what those guys did last year with the big three, how they all ditched their teams. LeBron and Chris Bosh, they ditched their teams to go play with D Wade in South Beach. I think Dwight Howard wants to follow his own path. So I don't believe that he was ever going to go to any of those teams. I don't think that that he really wanted to leave the Magic. I think that when it came down to the whole Brooklyn thing and the Deron Williams thing, I think it was just media speculation. Even though he gave them the teams that he wanted to go, I don't think that was him. I think that was pretty much his agents trying to get him into a bigger market to play alongside a superstar, because it's all about revenue. It's all about making money. So I think those guys are trying to maximize or capitalize off a certain situation. If they put Dwight Howard in a bigger market, they can make more revenue, they can get more exposure. But to be honest, Dwight Howard is the best big man in the league. How much exposure do you need? I'm pretty sure he has support down in Orlando based on endorsements and all that stuff. So I don't see the point of really going to a bigger market when you have everything in Orlando, because how much more money can you make anyway? So I think it was all about the agents trying to capitalize and make more money off of his situation, which is their job. But I think when it comes down to it, in the basketball sense, I think Dwight Howard really wanted to stay in Orlando. I don't think he ever wanted to leave. I really can't see him playing anywhere else. But then again, I couldn't see LeBron leaving Cleveland, but that's a different story. But I just think Dwight Howard is a man who knows what he wants. He knows where he wants to be. And I think the whole flip-flopping thing was just based on the agents, them telling him what he should do, and himself and his family telling Dwight what to do and all that stuff. So I think that's where all the confusion came. But deep down, I know Dwight Howard wanted to stay in Orlando. So there's really no convincing. That's why he waived his he waived his opt-in clause, his opt-out clause. So I really believe that he'll stay. He'll sign an extension. They're gonna bring it up next year about, should Dwight Howard stay and stuff. I think he'll end up signing an extension anyway. So I think that's the problem nowadays with sports anyway. Like, a lot of people, they would even though it's a business, I think that people would be like, you don't have to be loyal to your team anymore. You go where the big market is. You go where where everyone else is going, because it's mostly a copycat thing. Even with the whole Chris Paul situation, like with him wanting to go to New York or LA or whatever, I think it's just people getting in your ear saying that, you should go play over here so you can get these commercials, you can go play with these supermodels and be in all these little commercials and stuff like that. That's all I think it is. Like, basketball, if you're a basketball player and you want a legacy, I think the best way to have your legacy is to stay within whoever drafted you and help them build the organization into something that, something respectable. Like, for instance, Vince Carter, the whole situation with him in Toronto, I think I don't blame Vince Carter for any of that stuff. I really don't. I think it was more of the organization. Really, they feel like they have Vince Carter like by the neck, and then they have a team that's successful. And then what do? The people that made the team successful, they go and they just get rid of them and start from scratch again. And Vince could have handled the situation properly. He could have handled it better. But when you really look at the situation, it's like Vince Carter's like, why am I staying here? These guys, they just wanna. It's like they just want to use me as a puppet, if you would like to say, just to keep the fans coming in, and then they could do whatever they want. And there's not really a sense of winning going on. So. Or dedication to winning. So I think that's the whole situation. But the thing about Orlando is that they're actually winning games. They're third in the East right now. And the only problem I see with that team in Orlando is that they just rely too much on three-point shooting. If they got Dwight Howard, a guy kind of like a swingman, who can attack off the dribble, who can penetrate, who can do all this, all different things, I think they would be more successful. I think they'll be able to compete and maybe even beat teams like Chicago and Miami in the playoffs. But they just rely too much on the three-point shot. Like, they just use Dwight Howard pretty much as a decoy. They don't feed him enough. So I think that if Orlando wants, if the Orlando Magic want Dwight Howard to stay, I really think they gotta look at how they make up that team, and they just need to start all over again by getting some quality players to keep Dwight happy. But I think they need, instead of getting just shooters, I think they need to get a whole bunch of other pieces that can help them get to that next level, because you can only do so much with three-point shooting. Yeah, like if you get hot, yeah, you're making 12 out of 21 threes. Like you'll probably win the game like that. But if you seen the game yesterday, they weren't hitting nothing, but they kept on shooting, and they were getting nothing out of the other guys. Dwight Howard got his numbers, but it's like, if you're gonna keep shooting and missing, and you're gonna finish the game with just 59 points, don't you think that's a problem with the offense? So I think they have to address that. I don't know how far Orlando's gonna go, because you never know, they might catch fire and start to do what Dallas did last year. But I really think that if they want to do anything in the future, they got to get some better players around Dwight Howard, or he's just gonna get fed up and he's just gonna leave. So the Magic really, if they want Dwight to be loyal to them, I think they need to listen to what he has to say and bring the type of players that he wants around him. Not necessarily make the decisions, but let him know how he wants the offense to be ran through him, because these three-pointers, man, it's painful to watch, especially when you're just missing. It's like watching college basketball, and the team's just shooting, and they can't break a zone defense, and they just end up getting blown out like 95-21 because they just want to shoot threes. There's no other dynamic in the offense. So how are you supposed to win if you're just a one-sided team? So, or a one-sided team. So it's ridiculous. They need to really go back to the drawing board. I don't know. I think Stan Van Gundy's days are numbered in Orlando too, because there's no way they can keep running the same offense for the next 5-10 years with this guy. It's just ridiculous. I think that the Magic really need to do something with that team, because it's just getting like they can't rely on that type of offense. All right, man, that's it for the ThaLiveKing Show, episode 2. Dwight Howard, I think he's gonna retire a Magic. I don't think he's really going anywhere. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment. You can follow me on Twitter at ThaLiveKing. That's THA Live King. And let me know what you think. Also, I'm on Facebook. I'm on WordPress, liveking.com. Just let me know what your opinions are on the show, or if you want to talk basketball, just get at me. All right? Peace.